Creating a cohesive visual identity is like putting together the perfect veggie platter. Each element should complement the others in a way that's vibrant, balanced, and unmistakably you. Today, we're talking about the art of mixing colors, fonts, and design elements to build a visual identity that pops and leaves a lasting impression. So grab your cutting boards and let's slice into the essentials of a mouth-watering visual identity. Welcome to Talk Like a Brand, the podcast where we're serving up fresh insights and strategies to make your brand look as good as it tastes. I'm Peachi Williams, the brand voice builder and your resident brand chef, here to help you cook up unforgettable brands with a side of fun. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to add new ingredients to the mix, you're in the right place. Grab your headphones, get comfy, and let's get in the kitchen because it's time to serve up some business smarts that'll leave your brand craving for more. Let's get cooking. Let's start with the most eye-catching part of any veggie platter. The colors. Your color palette sets the vibe for your brand's entire visual experience. Just like a well-chosen spread of veggies, bright reds, leafy greens, and sunny yellows, your color should feel vibrant and cohesive. Here's how you can create a balanced color palette. Let's start with the primary colors. These are your boldest colors like red bell peppers or deep greens. You want to choose 2 to 3 primary colors that capture your brand's core identity. Then we're going to mix in the secondary colors. You're going to use these to add depth, like a dash of yellow squash or purple eggplant. And finally, the accent colors. These are your finishing touches. You're going to use them sparingly to highlight key elements, like a sprinkle of herbs over your entire platter. Let's think about Spotify as a good example. Their primary green is iconic and it's instantly recognizable, while their secondary colors, which are black, white, and vibrant hues, they add contrast and excitement. The result? A visual identity that's bold, balanced, and hard to ignore. So now I want you to quickly review your own brand's current color palette. Does it feel cohesive? Create a color guide with those 2 to 3 primary colors, the 2 secondary colors, and 1 accent color to give your visual identity a balanced, polished look. Now, I do want to say that some brands have more than 2 secondary colors. They have a palette of secondary colors, and that's okay too. You have to do what feels right for you and your brand. I want you to remember that a strong color palette is like a well-arranged veggie platter. It draws your audience in and it sets the tone. And you want to choose colors that reflect your brand's flavor and stick with them for consistency. Next up, let's talk fonts. Fonts are the textures of your veggie platter. They add variety, depth, and interest to your visuals. Whether it's a bold serif like a crunchy carrot or a smooth sans serif like a fresh cucumber, choosing the right fonts can elevate your brand's look. How do you select those fonts that fit your brand style? First, you have the primary font. This is the base. You're going to choose something that's readable and versatile that works across platforms. Then your secondary font, you want to use a complementary font for headings or key statements to add emphasis. And the accent font, you're going to use this sparingly for playful touches like your logo or special graphics. A good example of this is Chobani. Their main font is a bold serif that feels natural and organic, just like their products. Pairing them with clean, modern fonts in their marketing, their look is balanced and approachable, giving off a fresh, authentic vibe. So now, think about the fonts you use for your brand. Or if you're just starting a brand, pick 3 fonts for your brand: a primary, a secondary, and an accent font. Test them out on your website, your social media graphics, and your promo materials, because you want to make sure that they complement each other and reflect your brand's personality. Fonts add texture and character to your brand's visuals. So choose a mix that enhances your message and keeps things interesting without being overwhelming. Hey brand builders, want to take your brand to the next level? Join my exclusive mailing list at bit.ly /colormail and get the latest tips, tricks, and resources to create, brand, and grow your way to success. It's quick, it's free, and packed with everything you need to make your brand shine. Don't wait, hit that link and join the brand fam today. Next up, mixing design elements. That means we're going to add the final garnish. Those are the finishing touches, your design elements. Just like a sprinkle of nuts or a drizzle of dressing, icons, shapes, and patterns, they should enhance your visuals without overpowering them. These little details help tie everything together for a cohesive look that's instantly recognizable. How do we do that? Mixing in design elements doesn't have to be tricky. For icons and illustrations, you're going to use cohesive icons that match your brand style. Stick to one style for consistency because consistency is key. Shapes and patterns. You want to add visual interest to your backgrounds, borders, or callouts, but don't go overboard. And for your photos and imagery, use high-quality images that align with your brand's color palette and vibe. A good example is Dropbox. They have minimalist icons and clean shapes, but this reflects their brand's focus on simplicity and ease of use. Every detail feels cohesive, creating a visual identity that's calming and easy to navigate, right? So I want you to do the same for your brand. Audit your current design elements. Are there any elements that don't quite match your brand style? This is the time to create a visual style guide that includes your approved icons, shapes, and imagery to make sure every element enhances rather than distracts from your brand's look. Design elements are like the final garnish on your veggie platter. They should add flavor and appeal without being overwhelming. Use them thoughtfully to enhance your brand's identity. Just like if you go into a fancy restaurant and they give you a beautifully plated entree. Remember, creating a standout visual identity is all about choosing a balanced color palette, selecting fonts that add texture, and using design elements that tie everything together. But here's a key ingredient before you get started. Make sure your brand's purpose, vision, values, personality, and voice are all crystal clear, because these are the foundation of your visual identity and they guide every design choice you make in helping you select colors, fonts, and styles that truly reflect who you are as a brand, or at least they should. Take the time to review both your foundational elements and current visual identity and see if any areas could use a bit more alignment or flavor. With the right mix, your brand's visuals will be fresh, flavorful, and totally irresistible. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with fellow brand builders who might be looking to refresh their visual identity. And as always, I love to hear your thoughts. So connect with me on social media and let's chat about what colors, fonts, and flavors make up your brand's veggie platter. Until next time, keep creating, keep building, keep branding, and let's grow.